Hi, Jason. Yo, Jason, you've been here forever. Thank you so much. You're true blue. And I don't really know anything about you. You're always here. What's going on? How's your life? Hi, Christian. Hi. Hi, Alex. How is everyone? I'm feeling like... I'm feeling a little weepy. Like it could be one of those lives. You know when you're just like... like that. Yeah. Christian, I'm pretty good. I told you how I was. That's how I am. In a good way. In a good way. In a really good way. It's not daylight savings because it's supposed to end or start in March. I don't know. I don't know anything about daylight savings. What is that? I just wake up when they tell me to. Jason, I want you to tell me something about yourself. March. Oh, right. Yeah, so I'm like flying solo here, guys. Like I said on Wednesday, I need a new mod. So if anyone would love to lend a hand, let me know. Let me know, like, I can make you a mod right away, or, you know, you can email me. But in the meantime, I will do my best. Yeah. Elias, hey. Andres, hi. Matt, what's that? Do I have a name? Yeah, I have a name. I like started with a name. I like instantly knew what the name is. I'm almost worried that like it's not the name, having written the book, but I'm just so attached to it. Do you want to know what it is? Do you guys want to know? Are you all gonna buy my book when it comes out? Y'all, it's really good. Yeah, I was crying a lot yesterday while I was writing it. I think it's gonna be done today or tomorrow. That's what I will be doing tonight. Crying over my fictional characters. In a good way. I love in a good way. That little, you can add it to anything. Anything. What a delight. Micken, hey, Stuart. Yo, there's a Stuart. Hi, Stuart. My dad's name is Stuart, but he spells it the other way. How did I end up here? I don't know. How did you? I don't know. Amar, I don't know. Matthew, hey, thank you so much. Does it bother me? No, it's just how people can sometimes find me. That's okay. I'm cool with it. It's why like 80% of my viewers are men. I'd like to change that. I'd like it to be a 50-50 split. But hey, I have all this male attention. Let's like, let's raise some good sons here. That's how I feel. My beard's coming out. Snarly, yo, how are you? So what's this channel about? Amar, I don't know how you got here. Welcome. Strange Lands. This channel is about identifying as your highest self, realizing that, stepping into that. It's not about becoming anything, it's about realizing you're already everything you want to be. And today specifically, I want to talk about main character energy, how you're the main character, what the difference between like main character is, like why it's a slur now, like what the hell is that? And the difference between like being main character and like acknowledging that like, sorry, you're the main character, you can't get away with anything less. And the difference between that and narcissism. Yeah. Lolanopa, thank you. Always like to hear that. Jason, this is what you have to share to the group. If my toilet, would it be happy or scared when I, that's what, that, a lady, I don't do that. I'm a lady. Ladies don't poop. Songs, yo, thank you. You like my hair, thank you. Saeed, hi. Public, what's up? It is a small world. It's about me. Sharing my wisdom. Faith was different. She also, I got to do look, I was really lucky. It was like a beautifully written character with like lots of dimensions. Like I got to do a lot with that character, so I was very lucky. I got to show a lot of different sides that you don't normally get to show, and because it was a video game, it got to be like a little bit bigger than what you might get in like just regular film or TV. So I was very lucky. I got to like be the villain, I got to be the victim, I got to be like a love interest, I got to be like a seductress, I got to be a child, I got to be an adult, I got to be like so many different aspects. I was very lucky, and they wrote like, that was all in the writing, you know? They wrote that. I'm actually curious like where they got the inspiration for that character. Have I ever been a main character? Always, but I've been like number 2. I'm thinking you're like talking in yeah. Have I been the main character? Trying to think. Yes. But I've been a lot of number 2s. Let's change that. I am single right now. Always great. Like, as an actor, you always have the capacity, like, you want to show those aspects. You're like, let me show, like, I have this whole backstory to my character that no one gets to see. And, like, hopefully, yes, it's, like, there and you kind of get a sense of it. But when you're actually allowed to go there because the story, like, asks it of you, it's, like, it's candy. It's so good. Saeed. Sure. I mean, email me. Amar. Oh, yeah, I'm Janessa, or Nessa. It's night for you. Where are you at? I'm glad you stumbled here. Hello. It's always nice to meet a human. Hi. I understand. Do I understand you? Your cat died yesterday. My last name or village you're from is by the way. By the way. By the way. Okay. Carol, Oliver, you'll be my boyfriend. Finally. Oh, finally. Will you like carry my bags? Because sometimes they get heavy. And like, I know I'm a strong, capable woman, but like, did your cat really die yesterday? I'm really sorry if that's so. I'm really, really, really sorry. Joshua, that's that. What? Do I put sugar in my coffee? Great question, Day Day. For a long time, I was a black coffee girl because I was like a black coffee girl. If you know what that means, you know what that means. And then I was like, why? So now I actually like. I would love a what's it called? What's it called? I would love this to be the sponsor of the show, honestly, because I love it. I believe in it. I believe in its powers. I really, really like the Silk Vanilla Almond Creamer in my coffee. It is so sweet. It probably has a lot of sugar, but like, hey, we need sweetness in our lives. And yeah, it makes every morning a morning worth having. I don't know. I'll work on my marketing, okay? But that's some really good stuff, okay? And I don't like non-dairy milks or creamers normally, but that. And right now I have like their oat lavender because I was like, ooh, I like flavors. But what's up with lavender coffee? I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. I also have a thing about lavender. I don't know why I got this. I don't really love the scent of lavender for very specific reasons that I'll go into if you push me. But lavender. Hey, Jason. Thank you. What's our topic? We're talking about main characters. We're talking about all of you. We're talking about, this is the show about you. Okay? It's about you. You. Mason. By the way, is your name really Mason? Because that's a really good name. And your parents did well. Unless you named yourself, in which case you did well. It's a really good name. It's a ghost. Oh my god, I'm already getting like a little jittery and like whatever. I get like such a surge of adrenaline when I'm on here sometimes. I don't know why, because sometimes I feel like I just like want to jump through the camera and talk to y'all. Lee Park, thank you. You love black coffee? Of course you do. Sorry. Of course you do. Have you considered adding some sweetness? Just saying. Your English, so 2 sugars. Yeah, the English love their sweets, don't they? The idea of like tea with biscuits every day. Oh, yo, I'm a ninja. I'd love to be a ninja. Private. Never. Okay, there's a lot of comments on here. Horatio? I don't know. Is that for real? You have a girlfriend? Is that for real? I need to know. If so, it's like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I want to help you. What's WWE? Is that wrestling? Oh, you're from India. What? I was gonna ask that. Okay, great. Amar, I'm so glad you're here. Your English is like amazing, by the way. You know that. Left-handed with a twist. Brazil, hi. Just kiss her. Yeah. But like, don't. Oh my God, kissing? Should we just talk about kissing on here for a second? Kissing is underrated. Kissing is the best thing ever, possibly. Like, good kissing. If you can be a good kisser, like, everyone just be good at kissing. Everyone. Like, no more sloppy kissers. No. We're done with that. Humanity has just perfected kissing at this point, and we're good. We're set on that score. Ugh, why? Mason? Because it's like, it's like just uncommon enough. There's something about M names. There's something about M and S. Mason. It's just, it's got good consonants. It's like just masculine enough. I could go into it in detail, but like, I don't want to embarrass you. Mason. It's also like a jar. So. It's a good name. Tell me it's not a good name. It's a good name. It sounds good. I like to say it. I don't know how else to say it. It's just, it's kind of tidy in its own way. That I've jumped through the camera. I literally have to stop from being like, calm down, calm. Number 3, where to go? You're from Dubai. Hi. I'm sorry, Axmet. Is that Russian? Anaki, hi. Oh, Andres, my dog is so good. He got a little haircut. He got a haircut, and he's so small now. He looks like a teacup. And we're working very hard on. We're not working very hard, okay? He's very smart. He picks things up very immediately. We're the ones who have to be trained. But for a long time, we've kind of just let him jump up on us because he like wants to be closer. You know, we're very tall in comparison. And now we're like cutting that out. So it's going well. You too want to be ninja. Right? You know when you see people, oh my God. You know when you see people doing like backflips? I think most humans are like, whoa, cool. I'm like, why isn't that me? That's my response. One day, what if I just did it? I was like, yes, why do I need to be able to do everything on this planet? I don't know, but I do. I feel like if I could do a backflip, like, I would be good. No, I wouldn't be good, but I would be like, I can do a backflip. And then I would do it, and it would be like, cool. I don't know when I would do it for anyone. I'd probably be like, no, that's too flashy. I don't like to show off, but I would know. Ciro. That's a great name too. Thank you. Alanaki, am I saying that correctly? In your life, private you did. Actually, you booked it the second you walked in the room. Sabari, hi. That's really pretty. You used to drink cappuccino? That's very like. There's something about Cappuccino versus latte is a world apart, isn't it? Isn't it? Are my eyes real? I don't know how to answer that question. Are my eyes? I am a little bit hesitant to start any kind of like online relationship, Saeed. No, I don't really go on Facebook, Mason. Thy Imperial Majesty. Okay, royalty. What am I ignoring? Okay. I feel like, does anyone have any actual questions before I launch into what I want to talk about? Not that these questions are great, but like something kind of chewy. Amar, no, your English is perfect. I would never know. My Indian, however. Or, yeah. 10:52. It's 12. Oh, wow, there's like a half hour. Okay, it's 12:25 here. There's a half hour in there? Okay. Andres. MTM, thank you. Why is your heart like that? Who hurt you? Let me know where they're at. I'll go punch them. Just a good... Vegas, north, south. What? Saeed, thank you so much. What? No, I'm never on Snap. What's my favorite cuisine? I like food. I really like Asian isn't a cuisine, but like Thai, Japanese, Vietnamese, yum. This channel is about becoming the highest version of yourself and not becoming like realizing that you're already there. You're already there. You just subscribed. Thank you so much. Leon, is that your name? Or is it Leonito? Anyway. Marco, hi. Okay. I have to scroll quicker. Purple Pros Oceans, hello. You're so cute. Nuggets. Thank you. People really like my eyes. I know Asian isn't a cuisine, but like I can't choose. But usually that's the inspiration when I'm cooking. I'm like, okay, I know like that's the general vicinity. Like last night I made a pho soup, so that's the general area I'm going into, you know? I like to think like, okay, is this gonna be like Italian influence? Is this gonna be like Mexican influence? Is this gonna be like Japanese influence? And I guess I associate different flavors with different types of cuisine, different like ingredients, and that's kind of a basis. I cook a lot at home. I almost like never get takeout. Filipino is delicious. I haven't had it as much as I'd like. I don't really like sushi because I'm vegetarian. Like I don't eat fish, so I'm sure it's amazing, but I'm personally missing the thing that probably makes it really next level. However, I love those flavors. I love seaweed. I love like tamago. I love sticky rice. I love rice. And I love wasabi and pickled ginger. Yeah. No, I know, but vegetarian, I just feel like vegetarian sushi is like cool, cucumber with rice and some seaweed. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing the thing that makes sushi really, you know, Usual Suspects. I've seen it. It's amazing. Why? Barbecue, never had. Oh, I love Korean. No, I've watched the, are you like, what's up with the Usual Suspects? Why? Bruno! I don't know why I said it like that. Do you like courage? Masala tikka? I do. I'm pretty sure. Have I ever had it? I don't know. I love Indian food, yes. So I don't know what real food tastes like. Sorry. I look like a mouse? Okay. I want to get to the topic. It's like half an hour in. I love you guys so much. Thanks for all the comments. You all are really funny and really attractive and really cute. I just want to I want to give you a little bit. I want to give you something. Okay, so I'm gonna like yap now. All right. So I just like finished up doing a series on love. It was kind of like gearing up to Valentine's Day. And I really liked the structure of that, so I want to continue doing that. And I think the area I want to go to next is like main character energy, and I want to dispel a lot of like assumptions. I want to get rid of that being a bad thing. I want to like have you guys all kind of embrace that as an identity and step into it and realize that like you've always been stepping into it. Like this idea of like, oh, she's the main character or like he's the main character. Like you are all the main character. You can't get away from it. You're the main character in your story. You just are. You just are. You can't get out of it. You're just selfish and you're just self-interested, and that's just how it is. That's how the game works. That's how you're designed, and that's a good thing. If that comes across as a bad thing, I want you to literally like question that, mark that, like use this like logical brain that you all are like so attached to and ask yourself like, why is me being self-interested or self-motivated or selfish? Why is that bad? Why does that mean other people will lose out? Why does that mean other people will be hurt by that kind of behavior? What if my being selfish, my being like self-obsessed is for the good of all, actually? What if it's good? What if things work out from that place? What if everyone else gets to have what they want too? Why is it this or that? Why is it me or them? Why is it like that? Why have people convinced me that that's how it works? That either I get what I want or they get what they want, and nary the two shall meet. Like, what is that? Okay, so let's just talk main character for a second. I was actually like, as someone who, you've always been the main character. I'm sorry. Like, that's just how it is. As someone who used to be like I'm a good listener. Okay, I just am. But when you're a good listener and when you like identify as that, like, yes, I'm the one who helps others, you can kind of feel like, right, I'm like in the back seat of this story. Everyone else is out there living, and I've like stepped back to support them. I'm gonna make them really important because life has taught me like people like that, and I'm a good person if I do that. And I'm just gonna support. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna encourage. I'm gonna make them shiny and glowy and perfect and feel good. And that's what I need to do. I just want to say, like, you're still being the main character when you decide that. Has anyone seen 27 Dresses? It's not a great movie. I'm sorry, Katherine Hagel. It's not a great movie. It's like really not. It wasn't worth, was it worth my time? I don't know. I'm talking about it. It's not a great movie, but it's very much like this girl, and we've all seen this girl. We can like, I want to talk about main characters, like actual main characters in like movies or shows or books or whatever in the series, possibly. the girl who's like, she's always the bridesmaid. She's always there for other people. She's like the assistant and she's in love with her boss. And it's never her story. It's never her turn. It's never her turn. She's just there on the side waiting. And I think she has a sister that's like very main character. Like just takes up the space, takes up the spotlight, takes up like the drama and the situation, like takes the attention, you know? But it's Catherine Hagel's story. We know it is. We know she's the main character. And I'd say that you've seen every kind of main character. Yes, there's like the Elena Gilberts or the like the like BoJack Horsemans. There's like the kind of unself-aware main characters who are always making it about them. And then there's the main characters that are always making it about other people. You can be either. You get to choose. The point is, it's you. It's your story. It's your show. It's your life. It's your perspective. It's your vantage point. And who are you in that? What's your function? And you decide that. If you think that you're better suited to the back seat, that's fine. That's good. If that's really what you're called for, great. Sit back there, support others, but know that like that's where the story is happening then. That's where it's happening because it's where you are. You are reality. Okay, it's all you. And if there is something that is calling you to like want to be up front, want to be like in front of a camera, or wanting to like have the attention, or wanting to be the one doing the backflips or whatever it is, then you're allowed to step into that too. You're allowed to be that kind of main character. Nothing is preventing you. You're already the main character. It's already all focused, all centered around you. Sorry, it is. It just is. Even if it's like centered around how selfless you are. Cool, good for you. The difference I would say between this and narcissism, okay, I personally like don't like using that word. I almost like try to like never ever use that word. I try to never use I try to never use psychology colloquially. I try to never like just drop it into like normal speech without the actual like diagnosis, like seriousness of like an actual mental condition anyway. And also I just think that you're going to create more of whatever you put your focus on. So I don't like to use that word, but I think it's very like popular, and obviously most people are like very scared or very like, I don't want to be a narcissist. I don't want to be that. I can't be that. Okay, a narcissist, like, first of all, I just feel sad for all of them. I feel really, really sad. Because they think that, like, it's like a self-defense mechanism. It's like, if it's not about them for one moment of their lives, they're gonna, like, vanish or disappear. But again, it's always about you. Like, you're always there. You're always there. You're not vanishing. You're not disappearing. You're not going anywhere. It's okay. You're important. You're valuable. You're everything. And therefore, you get to decide, is this about me or is this about someone else? Am I big enough that I can hold space for other people and I'm not diminished? Don't I actually get bigger the more that I raise other people up? If you have a kind of story that like, oh, when I like pour into other people, I'm just going to say that a lot of like givers on the planet, okay, it's beautiful what they do. But there's some givers that feel like they are taken from when they give, actually. And they have this story like they love giving, they love being generous, But I think a lot of them also have this story of like, it never gets to be about me. I never get to receive. It's like all or nothing again, right? And so the giving actually like creates this like weird resentment. But what if that's not necessary? And like, what if the only thing is you have to drop that story that like, it gets to be about you. It's all about you. And you are so big. You are so like capacious. Sorry. Tom, um, um, that you can like give yourself to someone and raise them up, and like you can be that kind of main character, and you're still the main character. I just want you to see that, like, realizing who you are and what you are, and that yes, you're the actor and you're the director and you're the writer, and that you get to choose who this MC is. Okay? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you stepping into who you actually are and who you actually like crave to be, that is good for everyone. And it isn't like either or. Okay? So if you are currently a certain type of main character and you would like to be another, you can be like a self-aware main character. You can be generous. You can be whatever you want. Who are you actually? What you want is who you actually are. You're already that. Stop pretending. Like, that's gross. Stop pretending to be a side character when you're not. That's gross. And let it be good. Let it be for the good of everyone. Let it work out. Let your bigness make others big. You know, like the Grinch, and his heart got bigger the more he loved. The more he loved, the bigger his heart grew. What if the world gets bigger along with you? What if the more space that you take up, the more spaciousness there actually is, the more possibility, the more growth, the more acceptance, the more love? What if it all gets bigger along with you? What if there's more room for everyone, the more room you take up? What if there's more wealth, more abundance, more health, more joy, more all of it, the more that you take up, you let in, you demand, you expect? If you are the main character and this show is about you, how small are you making your show? How tight is the camera? What are the sets? What are the costumes? What's the message? What's the story? What's the drama? What's the tea? What's the love? What's the character relationship? What is it? What if you made it bigger, 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 and it makes everyone else bigger alongside you? What if your selfishness actually gives to everyone? Because they're all you, they're all connected to you, and they're all feeling you, and they're all feeding off you, and they're just reflecting you. And they're like they're waiting for you to realize how great you are and how great they are and how great all of it is. They're waiting for that. They're waiting. So yeah, you're the main character. Just like accept it and move on with your life, okay? And I don't know, maybe like, what's this episode about? What's the show about? What's this actually about? What do I want it to be about? Not what I think it should be. What do I want it to be about? And I would say too, like, again, if you can just like grow the capacity to hold like two seemingly opposing truths, your life will be so much better. Okay, paradox is like a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so when I say like it's all about you, and also because you're the main character, you have the capacity to be like, you know what, this isn't about me. it's both true at the same time. You're so the main character that you get to decide, oh, this storyline that's like happening to this person over here, that's not about me. I'm not included in that. I will support them. I will be aware, or like I'll like help them, but it's not about me. That's not my storyline. I get to choose which storylines I go into. Be the main character you actually like want to see on your screen. Okay. I think that's everything. I'm gonna like try to cut this down into like more digestible little bits, but I think that's everything I wanted to say today. Saeed, thank you. What about character arcs? Okay, so like, actually I love that you said that. What about character arcs? Cause that like, that's such a gorgeous question. That involves time. So how do you guys use, I know this is like a weird, this gets difficult, but how do you guys use time? Like, let's say that time is something that like you guys just like have in your toolkit because it helps you give meaning, it helps you give like a sense of self, it helps you give you like framework to the world. And so you're actually, time isn't like there, you're using it. You're using it for some purpose. What do you use it for? Why is it useful? Why is it good? Why is time good and necessary and like beautiful? Why have time at all? Why not just like jump to being it? And you can jump. But actually it seems like people really enjoy time like elapsing. You know what I mean? So you can have a dramatic switch. You can. I don't know. Now I'm like literally thinking in terms of television shows, but it's like like you can I'm thinking of Vampire Diaries. Okay. You can have like you turn the off switch and you're like literally a different version of yourself, right? And you can just jump there. But if you actually want there to be like some beautiful development and you want to enjoy the process of becoming, you're allowed to have that. And what is that process like? What is that unfolding like for you? Like, do you like a slow burn? Who doesn't like a slow burn? So what do you like? What do you want? And you're allowed to lean into like anything. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's all you. It's all you, baby. It's all you. So like your perception that the spotlight isn't on you. What spotlight? What are you talking about? The spotlight? Like you're the spotlight. It's your awareness. So you're like aware of the spotlight not being on you. Do you get that? But it's never going to be about them or that or out there. The most important thing in your life is you, is your awareness, is your like consciousness. You know that. It's you. The spotlight is always on you, even if spotlight is you, even if like you shine it somewhere else. And that's a beautiful thing that you're able to do that. But make it be, I guess this is just encouraging, like, realize that it's all giving to you, all of it. And it's all giving to them, all of it. Realize that like there's like oneness and symmetry and alignment and like connection, always, always for the good. I play the guitar. Sure. My fit. Can I help you dress better? Yes. Can I have a stylist, please? George. What about character redemption arcs? Well, do you love a character redemption? Okay. I don't know. Does that like really appeal to you, or are you like, yes? And that can exist for someone else, and that can exist for you. And you can immediately decide, I'm in one right now, or they're in one right now. You can decide that for other people, you know. Like if I know it's, again, like, what do you want? What world do you actually want to live in? So I think like a lot of people actually really want people in their lives. But those people have hurt them in some way. So they're like, okay, well, I just can't have that person anymore then. Bye. And you're like, that's justified. That's fine. Like, I don't want you to continue to be hurt in any capacity. However, I think that a lot of the time, like, they actually, like you still want that person in some way. So you can always just decide, like, you know what, that person is going to change. That person is going to redeem themselves. That person is going to realize they hurt me and that they can't continue to do that. And they're going to change, and they're going to, like, and why wouldn't you want to give that to someone? That doesn't mean that, like, you have to be there for any of it. Ella Cook, what's up? Oh, Bruno, the spotlight's always on you. But, like, doesn't that take some of the pressure off? If you're like, hey, guess what? The spotlight's always on you. Like, it's always about you. Sorry. Even when you're like, oh, look at me, I'm so selfless. You're still making, like, it's still you. So it isn't this, like, sense of, like, oh, you're, like, you're taking, or you're giving, or you're retreating, or you're advancing, or you're, like, this, like, positioning thing, or this, like, having and not having. It's none of that. It's that, like, you always have. You just always have. What are you giving yourself? Are you giving yourself a lack of attention? Are you giving yourself a lack of? Are you having lack of? Are you having not? Do you know what I mean? What if you're feeling like a cameo? That's really cute. I don't know. Do you want to be a cameo? If you want to be like, meh, if that, like, lights you up and you're like, yes, then yeah, amazing. How funny. You're like, you're Mr. Bean. Okay, cool. Just what do you want? Abina, hi. I'm from Canada. You're Indian. Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful. See, okay, Bruno, I love you. I love you for saying that. Yeah, exactly. Like, why do you think that taking the spotlight, why is there this idea, why is there this idea, does that make sense? Suddenly things aren't making sense. That, like, again, it's like this taking, that being in the spotlight takes from someone else, or is in some way, like, again, narcissistic, or, like, obnoxious, or I don't know, whatever negative connotations might exist for that. Why isn't it that, like, I am so good, I am so bright, I am so positive, I am so generous, I am so wonderful and passionate and kind, that yes, when I take up the attention that is my, like, birthright, that is just there no matter what, good things happen. Did you eat? I need to eat desperately. I always do these lives on an empty stomach, and it really motivates me to, like, sign off at the end. Anyway. Jackass, you are life. Yeah. Bruno, like, I really appreciate you as a human. Thank you. It's just that, like, yeah, again, this kind of like them or me mindset, if you can get away from that and just realize like other people having is me having, and me having is them having, and it's symbiotic. Antagonists. Okay. I mean, I guess like sometimes I just feel like I come on here and I'm like, here's some like other options on the menu that you guys maybe haven't considered. So like, who are the antagonists? Okay, I'm not gonna come on here and be like, there are no antagonists, because maybe for whatever reason, like you really like the idea of an antagonist and it actually like really helps you and inspires you, and you're like, yes, there is bad, there is evil, there is a them, okay? And that gives me a sense of like, or maybe like I'm the villain or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not other people, so like I can see it working different ways. And obviously there are people that definitely have had antagonists and they've had like a lot of success with that. Okay? You're allowed to have antagonists. You're allowed to have like someone, I know this sounds weird, but it's like you're allowed to hate people. You're allowed, of course you are. You're allowed to like go against. You're allowed. Of course you are. I just always come back to like, what do you actually want? Who do you actually want to be? Who are you? What are you fighting for then? What are you fighting against and what are you fighting for? And are you actually fighting for what you want? Or are you just like identifying with something that isn't of your liking? Like if an antagonist is someone who like put you down in some way, or like recognize that they can't actually do that to you. And if you named them antagonists because they said something to you that you disagree with, like you're giving them power. So you say who you are and you make them consequential through your antagonizing of them, right? You make them consequential when you're the most important thing always. They don't get to decide who you are, you do. If you want to use them to like add to this tank of like self-identity, fine, but you're using them, not the other way around. Does that make sense? You're using them to give you a sense of like self. And if you want to fight against something again, and like it's because you truly, it's just like informing you what you actually believe in, what you actually care about, what you actually are. It's just information. Shadow, what? No, love with all your heart. And then realize that like, oh, my heart's even bigger than I thought. And oh, it's even bigger than I thought. And oh, it's even bigger and bigger and bigger than I thought. Please, love with all your heart. Annika, hi. And love like just love. I don't know. There's this really good Ram Dass story I always repeat and I really like it. And I've probably said it on this channel. Where Ram Dass, like for some backstory, he like had this guru. And he went back to the States after being in India for like 6 months. And he started just like practicing yoga and meditating and then like sharing everything he had learned. And people started like showing up on his land, like pitching tents, and there was this, like little community. And then he wanted to go back to India to see his guru again, and like he brought all his friends over, and Ram Dass became jealous because suddenly like he didn't have the full attention of his guru just on him anymore, right? And his guru's like, Ram Dass, tell the truth and love everyone. That was his guidance. He said, like, tell the truth and love everyone. And of course, it made no sense to him because he's like, the truth is I hate them. I hate them. That's the truth. Okay, and, oh shit. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm busy. Give me 5 minutes. Wait, I want to finish the story. Okay, so his guru gave him this task. He said, like, I want you to go around and put apple slices in all of their mouths, okay? Like, I want you to give them love, basically. And yeah, and he just describes like realizing, and that like at first it was really difficult, but then as he went around to each person, he realized like, yes, he hated them, but he also loved them. He also loved them. There was just love there. And after that, he didn't fight that kind of like animosity or hate or jealousy. He didn't fight it. It was just there, and he still loved. He told the truth and he still loved. They didn't oppose one another. And after that, like, yes, sometimes he would have like bursts of anger, but they would always be like shorter and smaller. And they didn't really bother him, like, because they weren't a problem. He realized that they weren't a problem. They weren't getting in the way of anything. And I guess that question, I just want to say this, like, those two statements, like, tell the truth and love everyone. I want you to think of the truth. Tell the truth. What is the actual truth? Where are you lying? Where are you lying to yourself? And often people are so afraid. I found people are so afraid to like believe in themselves. People are so afraid to like think highly of themselves or think highly of other people, as if like, oh, but I'm deceiving myself. And it's like, no, what if you're already deceiving yourself by thinking you're small and inconsequential and incapable? What if that's the deception? What if that's the deception? What if the deception is I don't like myself? What if the deception is I'm bad? What if the deception is I can't? Tell the truth. Okay, I really have to go because my sister's here, it sounds like. Do I have a heart? Baruto, what a perfect way to finish this. Okay, so I don't know what you mean in conclusion. Okay, so I love you guys so much. I'm excited for this series. I want you to like step into your main character energy and realize that like it's a really, really beautiful thing that you're the main character. It's a really, really beautiful thing, and we're all like so grateful for it. Okay. I love you so much. I go live also on Wednesdays at 7. And that's like way more casual. Sometimes it gets away from me, but it's always really fun and funny, and we just chill out. And then yeah, I like come on here on Saturdays at noon and I yap for a while, like today. So thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. You're all incredible, incredible, incredible human beings, more than you even know. You're so much bigger. You're so much greater. You're so, so, so much more than you even know. And thank you. Thank you for all that you are. Okay, I love you. Bye.